Flippy Update.
Do you want fries with that?
That's right. It's time for the Flippy Update. Flippy is our colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. And someday, perhaps we can even be friends. But we use talking about Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world and just how there's nothing we can do about it. Today, Gonz, I'm taking this Flippy update from Chicago Tribune. And the headline is, would-be chefs can open, quote, restaurants using Mall of India robots to make food for delivery.
Whoa.
There's a lot in there.
Yeah.
I know. There's a lot going on. So let me help you. Nala Robotics, robotic kitchen at Naperville's Mall of India, is letting Michael Chintamaneni fulfill his dream of having a restaurant without having to quit his day job. Chintamanini's Desi Owl launched in February, but requires no cooks, staff, or physical location. The entrepreneur only needs Indra and Sina, the mall's two robots chefs. Whoops. To prepare his recipes for Indo-Chinese cuisine when ordered by a customer. Quote, for people like me, this would be a great option for those who've always wanted to get into the restaurant business, said Chintamaneni, a manager at the Mall of India. Nala Robotics, the group behind the mall's robotic kitchen, has introduced the Nala Marketplace, quote, cloud kitchen concept. Cloud kitchen, which allows restaurateurs, cooks, chefs to upload recipes to the kitchen's menu database. The food is made to order and delivered to customers, a new twist on the ghost kitchen restaurant concept. Ghost kitchen. Quote, wherever they open Nala Marketplace, I'll be able to do my recipes there. That's the whole concept here, Chintamaneni said. For someone who wants to give it a try, there's a $250 enrollment cost for each location, a monthly licensing fee based on order volume, and payment of a percentage of sales to Nala Robotics. Chintamaneni said his startup costs were less than $1,000. Nala president Ajay Sunkara said Desi Owl may be the first restaurant introduced through Nala Marketplace, but it won't be the last. His hope is to have a new one launched about every month. Quote, it's a platform for anyone from a home chef to a celebrity to someone with a passion for cooking and food to open their own restaurant, Sunkara said. Engineers and culinary experts observe the chef or business owner prepare the meals they want the robots to replicate so they get an idea of what the food looks and tastes like, and to obtain information, better program the robots, which are basically a set of arms with access to ingredients, stoves, and ovens. Menu items are then coded and uploaded to the robotic kitchen database. Sunkara said it can take as long as a day to get the information put into the system, depending on the menu. Desi Owl's menu include fried rice, chicken noodles, chili chicken, and chili paneer. It's up to the restaurant owners to figure out how to market and promote their food offerings to potential customers. Chintamaneni set up a website, social media, third-party delivery app pages with orders delivered by Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Quote, it's their restaurant. What we do is fulfill their orders, Sunkara said. For now, Nala Marketplace is limited to the Mall of India, but Sunkara said locations in Elgin and Chicago will be open in the future. There are also food court restaurants inside the Mall of India where customers can place orders for items made in the robotic kitchen, including One Mean Chicken, Suri Tiffins, and Thai 76. Quote, the beauty of it is once we upload it to a database, we can make the food across the country. Within a matter of seconds, it can go live anywhere, Sunkara said. So there's a lot there, and it wasn't a great written article, and there's some typos in there. And it took me a while to figure out that this is in Chicago and not in India. But it is a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
We've all come in contact with either a company like this or some sort of internet scam trying to help us make a company like this. It's sort of like opening an Amazon store or something. Where
I was going to say this is like an extension from just all of us having websites, or like a cook or chef having a website with all his recipes to, hey, these machines will make the recipes for you kind of thing.
And it can be, and anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. You make the recipe, you upload the recipe, much like, a lot of internet stores don't actually make anything or really handle anything or have a warehouse or anything.
Yeah.
It's just you pay for, some time, and then you market it yourself, but you don't have to cook anything. You don't have to own a location. All you do is just have these robots make the food, and it gets delivered by Grubhub or whatever.
Right.
And because of this, you can have 10 different restaurants all using the same infrastructure.
The same infrastructure, and having different, each one can have its own. You have Chinese food, Desi Owl robots. You can have
the same
hamburger.
robots. Yeah, the same location can make any kind of food depending on the people who are using it as a platform. And this is I think when you think of the future and what the future of food looks like and what the future of restauranting looks like and the future of eating, much how these, the internet has sort of deleted a lot of the obstacles to start your own store. A lot of it is we could start a store and sell some widgets or whatever.
Yeah.
And just have Amazon fulfill it. And, we don't touch anything. We just sort of manage a website and pay for Instagram ads or something. Exactly the same this way. You don't have to touch food, don't have to make food. It's all up to the flippy arms. And all you do is, get some Instagram ads and upload some recipes, and boom. And not only will it, be accessible, will your restaurant be accessible at this one place in the Mall of India, but they could have one of these little robot kitchens on every street corner. And suddenly your recipes and your business, will have 100,000 locations of people purchasing your food.
Consider this.
It's all coming together.
Gordon Ramsay, right?
Yeah.
You walk into a booth, you put on your VR headset, you're met by the metaverse Gordon Ramsay, an AI avatar.
Oh,
you
interact
interact with
the
him.
metaverse.
You tell him what you want. If there's a menu, he tells you the menu. You tell him what you want, maybe some specific, custom made, whatever, less salt, whatever.
Sure.
And then the robot arms take those specifications, they make it, and a virtual Gordon Ramsay has served you an actual Gordon Ramsay recipe meal
and it gets delivered to your door.
Or even just right in the metaverse. You're right.
Well,
if it's the metaverse, then you can do it from home. Yeah. You don't even have to walk in.
Real food gets delivered to your house.
Yeah.
And you are in a metaverse restaurant
ordering it. That's what McDonald's did, the metaverse patents and stuff. I think this is tied to all that, man. It makes sense because it gives the people the perception that you're actually getting official food from somewhere.
And what is right? Yes, mix this with the metaverse, and you're all good.
Yeah.
And what is food service is one of the biggest employment industries, at least in our country.
Yeah.
And again, you got Flippy here saying, "Oh, you don't even need a chef. You don't even need anybody in the kitchen. It's a ghost kitchen.
It's
a bunch
ghosts.
And it's since the beginning of Flippy, since we've been following Flippy for 5-6 years now, it's always been, Flippy will work with the kitchen. Flippy's there to make the humans' jobs easier, do the drudge work. And we've always said, look, that may be the marketing so that people don't think these robot arms are going to take their jobs, enslave their children, and flirt with their spouses. But this is it. This is turning the corner. A completely robotic kitchen, not even making the food of a single restaurant. In theory,
anybody, really.
Yeah,
you can be
anybody
branded
can
as
start
anybody.
This restaurant.
Yeah, I'm sure the big chefs will have stations all over the world probably with this kind of thing. So, depending on some probably geographical market research or something like that. Like, oh, we got a big audience here. We can build a couple of these on, a couple of the blocks there, and then it'll deliver the Gordon Ramsay food cooked right there in the robot arm kitchen.
Gordon Ramsay won, or the biggest competitor to famous mean kitchen man Gordon Ramsay, Basil Ramenstein. Basil Ramenstein.
And you got me slaving in the kitchen making ramen.
No, I'll get the robots.
Authentic Japanese ramen made by hand.
You could see how not only is this a great opportunity for sort of entrepreneurs who want to, yes, this will give access to like restaurant tourism to people who couldn't afford to start an actual restaurant and don't want to spend their days slaving in the kitchen. But more than anything, it's taking the humans out of the experience. I believe this is such a good idea that this will begin to flourish.
Well,
I mean, if there's an investment opportunity here, I missed out on the Flippy investment. If they take investments for this, I might get involved.
Think about a DAO being built on this, and everybody can have a partial ownership of whatever, branded thing that is able to pump this out. But this is also one step closer to the food synthesizer. Do you remember in Star Trek?
Yeah.
You just say, what you want, and it'll synthesize the food for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's It's
a big step in that direction for sure.
White label ghost kitchen.
Ghost kitchen. Yeah. White label ghost kitchen.
That's what this is. It's pretty impressive, but also terrifying at the same time.
It's kind of scary that we're all going to be eating food from robots.
All robots. And they couldn't have done it without the pandemic. I mean,
they couldn't have done it